Hey guys, so thanks for joining me for another plan with me. We are doing the month of October now, so let's jump right in. Right now I'm doing my header page, as you can tell, so I used my Tombow Fudino Suki pen to write out the lettering. I wanted to kind of make it a fun little style that I haven't really used before, so more print and less of my hand lettering. And so I wanted to do sort of like a fall theme here. So I brought in my orange Tombow dual brush pen. I kind of regret using this color actually because it's a little bit too melon for what I was trying to achieve, but you know, I worked with it because I used it, and so I figured I might as well just make it work. So I used my blending brush to kind of blend it in and not make it so kind of sharp. But yeah, that's kind of what it came out to. So I kind of like the idea of using the black and white washi tape for this just because it makes me think of kind of like Halloween, and I don't know, I just felt like it worked for October. So I'm putting my month calendar. I've mentioned before I really like to have my month calendar at the beginning of every month just to have a quick reference. You'll see I kind of messed up on the Saturday. I didn't quite have enough highlighted, but whatever, you make mistakes. Excuse me. So I was going to like Google some leaves to draw, but then I thought, you know what, let me just make it a little bit more organic, and I kind of just created my own random type of leaf. So using my Crayola Super Tips, I first shaded it in using kind of like a darker, like auburny color, and then I went in and got like more of an amber to kind of blend it in and make them work together, and then I filled in the stems with a brown. So it's 3 different colors that I used to kind of create that gradient. But I kind of like how they came out, you know? The leaves themselves are kind of a weird shape, but I like the overall look. And then to go with fall and to kind of think about Halloween, I brought in a pumpkin, and here I also did that same kind of shading technique with the darker shade on the bottom and the lighter on the top. Just like a cute little nod to Halloween. Yeah, and then I thought it'd be fun to kind of make the lettering pop a little bit more, so I threw in some more orange, and I really like how it looks like now because I feel like before it was a little too plain, but now I'm happy with it. So then the next page, I wanted to continue the washi tape, and here I'm doing my mood tracker. So if you saw my video from last month, I did an ice cream theme, and so my mood tracker was kind of like a frozen yogurt, and I really liked how that came out. So I thought I would kind of do that same concept here and use a pumpkin, and then each of the ridges would be a day. So 31 ridges for 31 days out of the month, and each ridge is going to be colored in for my respective mood for that day. I think it'll look really cool at the end of the month. The ice cream from last month came out really cute, so I'm really excited to see how this one will be. And I typically have my moods the same colors in every mood tracker, but I thought because I wanted it to keep in that fall theme, I changed all of my moods. So like for instance, happy is usually pink, but I changed it to this kind of like orangey yellow because it works with the colors, so we'll see. Here I'm just kind of flipping through my previous monthlies to see what I missed, if there's anything that I want to use, and I realized that I actually do want to keep track of my sleep this month. I feel like I've been really slacking on keeping track of how many hours I sleep, and I feel like it's really affecting my mood and my health, so I wanted to make it a priority this month to create some sort of a tracker for that. So right now I'm just doing the layout. It's a really rough layout, but basically I'm just counting out 31 boxes, and each box is going to be its own day. I did a graph chart before, which I thought was kind of cute, but I thought I'd change it up now and make it, I don't know, different. It might just work better, it might not. We'll find out later, and I'll let you know if I like it or not. So with this, it's kind of the same concept of the mood tracker in that like a corresponding amount of hours is going to be a color. So for instance, this one is 4 to 6 hours of sleep, then I'll color it in that like orangey color. 6 to 8 hours will be the green color, etc., etc. So the bright orange is 8 to 10 hours because that's like the holy grail. That's like my happy spot. 10 plus hours is probably too much sleep. So let's hope we got a lot of orange in this month. Fingers crossed, right? A girl can hope. So here, we're moving on to my month at a glance page. I like to keep this one fairly simple because I don't like to clutter my eyes too much. So, you know, just a simple washi tape and then lettering at the top. I used my Crayola Super Tips, and then now I'm adding shading in with my Micron, just to add a little bit of dimension to the lettering so it's not quite so bland. And then just doing the days of the month with the corresponding days of the week. This month at a glance is actually really nice because it's a quick way for me to reference everything that I have going on this month. I have my Calendex that I use at the beginning of my journal. However, you know, that's really just jotted points and it's not as detailed as this is. And here I'm kind of making it look like there's a piece of paper stuck to my paper. I don't know. I just thought I'd do something cute with the washi tape. And I'm reserving this as my gratitude page. I really, really love doing a gratitude page, as you guys all know very well by now. It's just something that really speaks to me. I used to do a gratitude log, but I don't like having the confinement of making sure I have one thing to do every single day, but rather just when I feel grateful for something or I feel like I have a minute to kind of just think about it, I doodle or write or put something down that kind of makes me feel like this is something I'm grateful for. So threw little hearts around it, black hearts to kind of keep the look of it all, and that's pretty much it. So now that that's done, I decided that I wanted to just jump in and do my first weekly. So you guys are probably familiar with this layout right now, which is my Sunday through Saturday all listed on the left. This for me is just the most straightforward, simple way of doing it that I really, really like. I don't do dailies, and that's just a personal preference. I really like to see my week all at once and then kind of have a running to-do list for my whole week. But that's also because, you know, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't necessarily have things that really have to be done on a specific day for the most part. I can kind of just do things that need to be done at some point. So that's why that kind of running to-do list works for me. So super, super simple. Just the days of the week on the left and my to-do list on the right. Then I stopped doing this for a while, but I'm back at it where I'm adding my calendar at the bottom and then also my habit tracker for the week. I tried doing a habit tracker for the month, but it's just something that I don't really reference often because I feel like if I have to flip back and forth, like I'm just not even going to bother. But if it's right there in front of my face during my weeklies, then I for sure will pay attention to it. So keeping it there, just like at a glance, is something that's super, super useful. So right now I'm kind of showing you how I go into my future log / Calendex system and see what I have going on in October and then use that to fill in my month at a glance. So I had something that was marked in more detail on another page, so I went, found that page, and wrote down exactly what was going on. So I have a few things going on this month that I'm already just kind of like aware of. So I just had to fill those in. And then I felt inspired to add my first little addition to my gratitude page because I'm very grateful for my family. And that's it. That's October.